How's it going? Jonathan Dunkerley here. You can call me Dunk. I figured that I would just give you a little update on some of the AI stuff that I'm working on. So actually, before we get started, let's just do this. I'm going to go ahead and go to, let me actually do this real quick. I got my second screen. I'm using StreamYard to stream. It just makes it easier for me. And it's also a part of like, when I'm talking today about different things like that I'm using with AI in order to make my life easier. The reason why I like using things like StreamYard, I could stream to multiple different platforms at the same time, basically recreating my content. But then also, I could do things like repurpose the content. And I'm going to get into that today, how I repurpose content using AI, basically making it so I could create content, put it out on a whole bunch of different places just by creating something once. And I think that's like one of the biggest parts about utilizing AI to create content. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and share this out into my school community. Let me just share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. And just so you know, one of the things that I am doing with StreamYard is that I am both recording, I'm streaming, and then I'm also recording a video version, the same version that you're seeing up on screen right now, as well as I'm recording the individual layers. I could take that footage either flattened and just the way that you're seeing it right now, or I could take the layers and put it into editing tools like Descript, which is the editing tool that I use at easyaiedits.com. So this is my community. I'm just going to go ahead and share this live out. I could just go here, hit share, and let everybody know that we are live on the YouTubes and the X, but I'll share the YouTube link because I think that YouTube's viewing experience is just better than X's as far as video. This is one thing, people, if you don't tell people that you're live, I'm like, just don't depend just on the algorithms and stuff. Let people, if you people to let them know, have an email list, email it out. Have a community, post in the community, let people know. Then we got video YouTube, and then I'll post. Now, some people may come and join. And then also another good thing about lives is we're talking about passive income. Every time that, now it may not be the case when you first upload your videos, but there's still ad revenue that comes into videos. I consider ad revenue more of the tip jar, but yeah, there's always still ad revenue coming into these videos. So even today's video, this thumbnail right here, this was me experimenting with a way to automate things with AI. I want to make things as simple for myself because the easier it is for me to do things, the less I have to worry about all the little things. Every little thing seems like it's doable by itself, but when you start stacking a bunch of things on top of each other over and over again, creating a thumbnail may not seem like a big deal. Once you start creating a thumbnail, creating the description, all these different things, it could start to compound. And when you could start taking some of those things that you are creating manually, like a thumbnail and things like that, and if you could find ways to do them automatically, generate them and make them look good, make them clickable, get a good click-through rate, all that fun stuff. If you do that just automatically, it could completely change everything for you just because take a look at this. So I'm going to show you how I made this thumbnail. All right. So I was using two tools. I learned this from a Matt Wolf video. If you're going to try and follow along, go to Matt Wolf. It's the one where he's got a picture of himself as Superman right there. How to make AI images of yourself free. Now, it's not really free. I'll be perfectly honest. There was a coupon that he had. It's expired, but it's so cheap to do. I think that I've spent like $3 total or something on it. The most expensive part is just training a model on your face. Now that's out of the way. If you want to follow along, feel free to ask me questions how I got it working. There were a few troubleshooting things that I had to work through, but what I did is I went over here and I created this model over on Hugging Face. And what you do is it gives you a token ID, which you can't see here because it only shows it to you once. So make sure that you save it. There's a process. Again, watch that video from Matt Wolf. He'll explain it much better than I'm going to. I'm happy to go look into it and recreate it, but Matt Wolf already got one right there. No reason for me to create another one right now. Cool. So I create this container on Hugging Face, right? And then it gives me a token. And what we're doing on Hugging Face could be free. There's no cost on Hugging Face. It's just holding our model. Now, then we come to another platform called replicate.com. Now, Replicate, the way that works is you're able to rent CPU space on another server farm out there. You're paying for the processing power, not actually anything else. You're just paying for what you're using. So what I did is I trained a model on my face, followed the instructions from Matt's video. Again, follow this video. It's right here. How to make an AI image of yourself free. The one with the Superman. I know he did another one like a year ago, but this is the one that's going to get you exactly what I'm working on right now. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. Let's create the thumbnail for a repurposed version of this video that we're doing right now. How about that? So I already tried this one once and a couple of these. Look, there I am right there. I'm live. It came through, of course, because I searched for the exact keyword, of course. But now I could say, okay, passive income, get paid $20 every. So this one, look, it's got 2 months ago. It's got 96,000 views. That's pretty good. 2 months. Let's take a look at how big their channel is. Take a look. I'm doing this in Safari. I probably should have been doing this in Chrome, actually. Let me just go switch over to, no, whatever. There we go. Back over here. The reason why I switched over is because I have a plugin in, I'm using Brave, but it's also Chrome as well. It's any Chrome browser. But I have a plugin called vidIQ. You could just use the free one. If you want to sign up for the paid one, power to you. But the free one minimum will give you some of these tools over here. And now you can reverse engineer what's going to work. So you can go find a video like this one. How about, let's just go with this one right now. So remember we were looking at the, how many subscribers? They have 577,000 subscribers, but it's doing well last 2 months. You could even find something even more recent. Look, that's 40,000 in the last 6 months. That's pretty good. Stuff like that. 40,000, 109,000 views in a year. Let's just go with this one right here. This seemed pretty good. Here's what we're going to do. So first, whenever I come to ChatGPT or whatever, you could use whichever one you like. What I'd say the one requirement is that you could attach a file that it could analyze an image. So first things first, we're going to give it our starting prompt, and then they would attach the thumbnail, and that's it. No, let's not do that. Let's actually zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. It's magic. Look at that zoom power. What I would recommend first actually is coming up with something a little bit more concrete, a solid, full prompt that you can just copy and paste in here every single time. Either that or create like a custom GPT or do something like that. Our expert thumbnail, let's call it YouTube designer. You specialize in creating content, reverse engineering, and titles. So you can get similar results from other live streams and videos. So the idea is that once you come up with a design that you like with a hugging face and your model, then you can get something called a seed, which makes it so you can continuously make something that looks the same. So you're like, oh, I don't want all my thumbnails to look different every time I generate. You come up with your seed, you find the one that you like. It's going to take some trial and error, and you're going to be able to start creating one that you like. And you're not going to need to prompt it quite the same way, because that seed is going to create something that has a similar style. That way, once you find, you're like, oh, I want all my thumbnails to feel like they're from the same channel. You have that seed. It's going to give you the ability to just create the same type of thumbnail over and over again in the same style. So this way, now I'm just gonna hit that, and now it's going to reply with my comment. So just reply. All right. So write me a prompt for an image generate tool. The subject in the prompt should be Jonathan, because I have the trigger word in that tool. It basically says that anytime that it says Jonathan, it's going to generate me in the image as the subject. Anytime I say my name in the prompt, make sure the subject's name is at the beginning of the prompt. All right, so let's just see what it gives us from there. There we go. Okay, so I just told it this here. I'll zoom in real quick so you could see what I wrote. It's nothing crazy, and I gave it an image of that. So now it's going to generate. Let's just generate the result. I'm going to make some changes to this because I'm not doing this about Google logo, but now I'm just going to copy this. I could continue to fine tune it in ChatGPT if I wanted to, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go back over to our prompts. And remember, I created in huggingface.co, I created a spot where it basically holds my model of myself. And then over on replicate, there's a whole entire thing that you got to go through. Again, I gave you the advice of just, I could make a video about it. Right now, Matt Wolf has a great tutorial on how to do this. Just go there. It's this one right here. He has him hold like Superman, saying that he's AI. It works really well. Very happy with the results so far. Again, you create your model. And now we have this one, and this is one that I just created a little bit ago. The person that created this model is called Luca Taco. This is their profile. So if you wanted to find their stuff, you'd go to their profile over on Replicate These are like models that they created. The thing that we're using is this one right here, one Flux Dev Laura. But once you're at this page, it's pretty straightforward. So now I'm just going to go back over and grab the prompt that we created over in ChatGPT, and I'm going to paste it in. All right, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to paste that right here, and I'm going to make a few little tweaks. Jonathan's young, energetic man, short, neatly hair, surprised expression, standing against a blurry background of an office or modern home setting. He is pointing at a laptop screen displaying, how about colorful AI logo text? Let's put $1,000. Let's try that. So then at the bottom, bold text, and this is where you could change what it says. It's called earning your sleep. Enlarge. There we go. Let's change the aspect ratio before I move on. So I want it to be 16:9, the aspect ratio of a thumbnail. We don't need to, but then I'm going to add the prompt strength, move it up to 1. And we can leave all the rest of the stuff right here normal. And right here, this is where, remember I said I have hugging face. Now I have a model right here. You can see it's I'm Dunk, and then the name of the model is JDunk. So now I just go back over to this tab here, and it's the same thing. I am Dunk / and it's just going to grab that model from there because I already gave it permission, and that's it. So now I gave it the prompt that I wanted. Again, you could change it. It's the point of this particular Luca Taco prompt is to make things look really realistic. I could change what I tell it I want, but let's see what it gives us, and it's going to use my face. To me, looking at this right now, it looks younger than me, like this image. It definitely looks younger than me, but it serves the purpose. Earning your sleep. It's showing numbers, AI, PayPal, recognizable. I can make tweaks if I need to. There we go. So just refresh it, show you how it's done again. I'm just going to paste that same prompt in instead of modifying the other one. Let's just download it. You never know if I'm going to use it. All right, I'm going to go back one more. Just get it done. Look, 2.1 million times that particular prompt has been run. So I made a few little modifications there to the prompt. Should come out pretty similar. All right, so now I'm just going to bring that up, and I'm going to do this again where I put I am Dunk. So say you have multiple different models that you're using in your Hugging Face, then you would just put a different model here where I'm putting I am Dunk. That's it. If this is the seed I was telling you about. So it randomly selects a seed, but if you find a thumbnail that is working perfectly for you, then you're going to be able to just take the seed, drop it here, and it will come out pretty consistent to that. We have our image. I put the strength up to 100 because I want it a little better. If you want to do advanced, you could export in different formats. It's going to do so you want it to be a JPEG. You could change that here, just so you know. There we go. All right, let's try this. See if it gives us I only made some very slight modifications. Happy expression. Let's see what it gives us. Enter. Did it run? Didn't run. There we go. Now it's running. Oh, I like this one. I like this one, actually. It looks enough like me. It looks like, does that look like me? It definitely is me. But it makes me look so much younger. I love it. I'm in my 30s. It makes me look like I'm in my 20s. But the point is that I have a thumbnail now that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to save that download. And now I have a thumbnail rear and ready to go for my repurpose of this video. So now let's go back over to my other tab because I just want to show you how I'm going to repurpose this. So I could just go to YouTube and just, what is that one? All these different thumbnails. Look at these. If any, like this one 3 months ago. Now, these definitely are not always the same exact niche, but the thumbnails are doing well. Look at this. Like these thumbnails work. You could even generate it and have the prompt remove the text at the bottom, like how mine had the text at the bottom. I probably wouldn't mind doing that. Just have this image that it creates, not have the text, and I could add in whatever text I want and keep it consistent. Look, 1 month ago, 42,000. Yes, you could argue and say, no, Jonathan, he's got 500,000 subscribers. You're right, blah, 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 blah. That's all I hear. Look at this. He has 500,000 subscribers, but 1.6 million views in 2 years. Now, people had to click on it. It's a highly look at this. It's these two images, 4.3 million. I don't know if you can see. Oh gosh, he used the same image. And the idea is, yeah, what if he could just slightly modify this? It would be a different image and it works just great. Why would you do it? Why would you not do this? Now, okay, so we've done our recreation of our thumbnail. Let's just remove this part, the part where it talks about the bold, and just leave that part. And let's hit run one more time. and see what it gives us. That's not really the PayPal logo. What if I just took the PayPal logo and dropped it on this image above on top of that? I could even like just have it remove it. Now I'm going to run it one more time. So let's see what happens. Oh, you think that younger is good, Chris? You think that young whippersnapper in me is better for the thumbnail? I'll be like 100 years old and I'll still be using that same model. Be like, yeah, I'm totally in my 20s. All right. And again, first go to that Matt Wolf video. There's other tutorials. What I wanted to show you is this. Now, once I'm done making this video, I want to see how easy it is for me to repurpose this live as fast as possible using some AI tools that I use. Just come to my Skool community, skool.com/wealth on autopilot, and just ask me these questions. I'm happy to share with you guys. What I'm going to go to now is I'm going to go and show you how I repurpose things and edit things and just make life easier on myself. And I'm using a tool called Descript in order to do that. And Descript is one of many amazing AI editing tools that you can get. There are tools that you could use, like CapCut has some AI editing features, even on their free version. Pretty much every single editor out there has some free tools. This is one edit that I've been working on, and I'm just having fun with it. Like, I'm going to show you. And here's a beautiful thing. Look, if you even noticed, I'm actually editing in a browser. It's mind blowing how much more efficient this is than other editing tools that I've used in the past. But it's a normal editing tool, but it also creates a closed caption file, which just makes it really easy to really repurpose your content. It has a whole entire AI editing suite. You can go grab it at easyaiedits.com if you want to follow along. That's my affiliate link. It helps support the channel if you wanted to go through that link. It doesn't cost you anything else. But if you see along this bar over here, it has all of these different things. But what I'm going to be doing with today's live is I'm going to take that live, and I'm recording 2 different versions of it during this live using StreamYard. And what I'm doing is I'm taking that live stream and I'm going to bring it into Descript. And what Descript does is it actually takes that footage and it uploads it into the cloud, and it converts it all into formats that are going to play nice together. Converts it into the right format, puts it in the cloud, and then when you're ready to render, yeah, you can see it. It says publish, but there would be an update button right here. When I do that, it renders it in the cloud. And that's what you're really paying for more so than anything else. You're paying for cloud space in order to render in the cloud, meaning that you don't have to have the pimped out computer in order to do all the rendering and all these things that you would have had to be doing in the past. Like I used to have Final Cut, Premiere, Avid, all these different editing softwares, and it just takes so much time. But processing power and time. So what I'm going to be able to do is this live stream, when it's done, I'm saving in 2 ways. I'm saving the flat version, which you guys can see right now, but then I'm also going to be saving the layers, and I'm going to see which one is more strategically efficient for me. And whichever one works best, I'm going to be able to take that, drop it into Descript, and then I could hit this little button right here. See it. It says edit for clarity, and it will remove filler words, digressions, and blather, like obvious things. And it will give a list of those things along the sidebar. And I could just watch through my live again and either say, yes, cut that out, or no, don't cut that out. If I go live for an hour, another hour of my time to create a whole other piece of content that's cut down, and all of my little foibles, slip ups, or they're going to be cut out automatically, and it will edit it as close to clarity as possible. Then you could add in whatever you want. If you wanted to add in some background music, and just copy and paste these things in. I keep a folder that I have on my computer. It's just called video assets. And anytime that I have a new logo, anytime that I have a new piece of content that I want to use while streaming, editing, maybe it's music, a piece of graphic that I've created that I'm going to use repeatedly, whatever it is, a sound effect, drop that in here, and then it will upload this folder to this project. And then every single time I need it, I could just go, oh, I need a thumbnail, I need a logo, I need a PFP, or I need a green screen back, anything that I need this sound effect. I need all of these things consistently. So I don't need to go hunt for them every single time. I just have a folder, I drop it in, it uploads it to the cloud. And then I could even come here to a web page and grab all the files. I don't need to be in the Descript app. All I need to do is log in with my email and password, or they also let you log in with Google. and then you'd be able to start editing your project, and you don't need to install anything on your computer. It requires a Chrome browser, but it works great. There are certain things that I do wish it had as somebody that came from like the pro editing software world, but it definitely does change my entire life on this stuff. Let me just show you a little bit more about this project. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out this particular live repurpose, and I'm going to repurpose it. I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to go live again. I'm going to go live again soon, and I'm going to show you how I'm repurposing it live. So I'm going to repurpose a live for you to show you how I'm doing it. And if you want to use any of the tools that I'm using, again, as far as the thumbnail one, go and check out that Matt Wolf tutorial. If you have questions, hit me up in my school community. Again, school.com/wealth on autopilot. And you're going to be able to hit me up. It's fine. And the way that I make most of my income online, I'll be perfectly honest. I do have some stuff that's in DeFi and crypto stuff. That's beside the point. But the way I'm making money with AI and stuff is typically through things like affiliate marketing. And when I recommend things, so when I make these videos, I could organically just recommend things like, hey, just go to startlistnow.com. And where's that go? That goes to ConvertKit or Kit now. They just shorten their name. So it goes to that link. And some people do that. Then also I could send links like that to landing pages and collect people's email addresses. I have emails and I could email people out, and I don't have to worry as much about YouTube sending me that traffic. As far as this video, what I did, I'll just give you a quick breakdown of how I did it, because again, we're using AI to create it. You could use a tool. Here, let me just show you. This is the easiest solution for you. Easiest solution. OBS. Like, you could use whatever you want. Maybe you have a better solution. Maybe you have a way that you're doing it. Maybe your computer's too slow to run OBS. Works on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Best bets say that you probably are using one of these 3 operating systems. If not, I don't know what to tell you. But I've used QuickTime to do screen captures. The thing about OBS that's nice is if you wanted, you could just burn in your image, like how you're watching the stream right now. You could use that. So it works great, and it's free. So if you're trying to figure that out, just jump in there. You'd add like your tab from your computer, and then you'd add a screen if you want to be on camera. I'll show you in a second alternative that I've been using in these edited videos that's been fun. And if you already have the software, it's something that's super easy to do, and I think you'd really enjoy it. All right, so let me just jump back over to, which tab was I on? This one right here. So let me just break down exactly what I was doing here. So I'm going to close this part that shows my media, so give us a little bit more room. When you drop in the footage, it creates a closed caption file like this along the left side. And the cool part is to say I want to delete something. I just highlight it and hit delete, and it would delete. See how it highlighted this part at the bottom right here? If I hit delete over here, it would delete it there at the bottom, and then it would be out of my video. And if I wanted to, I can do the traditional way and adjust the video down here, or I could just delete things out of the closed caption. And the thing that's really cool about that is, like I was showing you Underlord, which is their AI suite, and I could do something like remove shorten word gap. So if there's a bunch of space in between, if you haven't noticed, I speak fast, and that's my style. I might be trying to figure something out while I'm doing, and especially if I'm recording something. One of my strategies for editing videos in the modern AI world, back in the day, I used to have to just sit there and edit a video. Oh, there's a gap. I'd look at the waveform here, and I'd look for there to be a break in the waveform, and I'd zoom in. I'd take the razor tool. I'd cut one side. I'd go over to the other side. I'd cut over there, and that's how I would edit a video. That's it. When I hear people complain about not having the tools to do things, this is a movie studio in your pocket. Let me tell you, this is a movie studio. The things that we had to do before this was available, a phone, a cell phone, a smartphone, man, people are spoiled on what they're able to have. I sound like an old curmudgeon, but excuse me. So it removes the gaps, and then you could remove filler words. Like I said, if I say, you know what I'm saying, all these different filler things, now it's going to flag those things when I run it through, because those are filler words. Then you could also say remove retakes. So often when I'm recording a video, I might say, welcome, my name is Dunk, and blah, 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 blah. I messed up. Oh, welcome, my name is Dunk, and today we're going to be talking, I messed up. I would have to go back into the timeline before and cut. But now with remove retakes, if there's an obvious retake, something that's obvious, like I messed up and said it again, typically the last take is the best. So it will flag all of the ones that came before it, and you don't just have to either click accept all, or you could watch through it one time and just hit the little green check to approve it. I could take a video where I'm recording a video for an hour and run it through just some of these AI filters. And I could cut out, no joke, an hour long piece of footage could be cut down to 15, 20 minutes because that's all that I really needed. That's the footage. And then once I'm done with the video, it could be down to 10 or less minutes after I've shaved it down. But I would have had to spend the time cutting out 45 minutes of stuff I don't even want in the video before actually starting to edit. That's time that I'm wasting, that I'm putting into creating a piece of content that I could be putting into creating something else. And now, literally a few buttons right here. These are like, I can't express how much of a game changer these are. I'm going to be messing around with this one more because I haven't done as much because I'm doing more manual editing. Edit for clarity is what I'm going to be testing out on these lives. Once the video is done, you could add in some sound effects. The Descript also has all of these built-in stock footage and audio libraries, which make things really easy if you're just grabbing something. Means you don't need to go and either create accounts on all those different sites or create any accounts with any of the paid ones. You're going to get higher quality if you go through something like Storyblocks is a stock footage website for different stock footage presets, all sorts of stuff. I used to use them when they were called video blocks. You could put yourself on camera in whatever software you're using. I just screen capture this, and I'm usually on camera more when I'm doing live streams like this and not so much on my edited videos anymore, just because I enjoy utilizing the fun character. This is a character that I'm playing around with. This draft character, it's from the NFT collection, and I use the character. One thing that I did is I used a software, and this is so much easier than it actually seems. So I'm going to share a different screen so I could show you what I am talking about. Now, this is the last part, and this is how I created this avatar. This is an Adobe software that I'm using. It's pretty simple. It's called Adobe Character Animator. The software is free, but creating the puppet isn't free. Let me actually just go to the advanced version. So I had to create the puppet. So if you see right now, it's actually animating as I talk. It's using my actual camera. So now, as I move my head in my videos, this is literally all that I'm doing. I take the audio once it's done with my edited video. I take the footage once it's done, edited, everything except my PFP is done. Then I can export the audio, bring it in here to Adobe Character Animator. I've got my puppet built. There's a way you could do it with Photoshop. So you could build the puppet with Photoshop, and then Character Animator, it requires you to actually have Photoshop. You need to have the pro version, at least for a month, to create the puppet in order to take the Photoshop file and rig it up as a puppet. But once the puppet's rigged and saved, you could put it into the free version. But what I do is I just take that audio, and you could actually just play the audio and it will do the whole lip sync. Like I'm doing the lip sync live. It's watching my mouth move in order to do this screen be shown in my live screen, key out the back, and then do it the same way. But with this, I'm able to just record it, and then you can go a lot more elaborate. I need to spend more time adding more rigging into this to add like bounce. You could make it so if I go like this, the ears might move and stuff like that, and make it have more dynamics. But I made it super simple. All what I animated was the mouth, and then I made it move when I move my head. And what that did is it just gave me a character that's talking that you could relate to. You can go create things like there's HeyGen, which you can create like an AI avatar. You can take a picture of yourself and have it talk, or just be on camera. I'm just giving you options because I find that so many people have, what's a nice way to say this? BS excuses. Is that a nice way to say? I think that's a nice way to say it, right? BS excuses to not do things. BS excuses. And I'm giving you a way that you could literally take the audio, drop it in there, and then say it's a 10-minute video. All you got to do is hit record and move your head back and forth. That's all that I'm doing. Like I'm literally, I hit record or hit play on the audio or the video or the audio file that makes the mouth move. And I just move my head as, oh, if is that way, oh, look at this, and this. And I give some motion to it. It's done. Like I can't, it's super easy. And like I said, once you have the puppet, you don't need to keep the pro version, or maybe go to Fiverr or something like that. The free version, all of these puppets right here are free and you could use them. You can't modify them with the free version. You can't go into the file with the free version and make changes because you need the paid version to do that. But some of these are bigger, more elaborate ones, and you could use them for free. Never tell me that you can't because, yeah, it's all free. And there's also a web version that you could use that's also free. Chris, you said, nice, we'll play around once I get a device that can run these apps. Now, you have a device that's running this app that could run most of these apps. Any computer could run pretty much any of these apps as long as it's not 100 years old. I'm running this editor off of a browser, and I think it's one of the most powerful editors that you can get. It's crazy to me that's possible. None of the processing is happening on my computer. It's happening in the cloud. So you don't need to have a computer that can handle all this processing anymore. Now, granted, I really wish that they would come up with a proper iPad version. Maybe it actually works with the keyboard now. I haven't tried it. We'll have to see. That would actually be really dope if it did. Or just come up with an actual Descript iOS version for iPads. I'll buy a new iPad if you do that. Come on. But it's pretty simple. The Adobe one, it's a free software. If you use the other ones, again, I'm using this for mine because that's my thing. Have a picture of yourself, create a AI image with ChatGPT or Dolly or Midjourney or Leonardo, and then just animate the mouth. Do whatever you want. It's your life. You live it. But what I do is I go through the entire clip. I have sections here. Okay, so that part is them talking. No, oh, I just moved it. I flipped it. It's so simple. The reason why I'd say this is an important thing to have in any video, whether you are on camera or not, have some sort of character that you are connecting with. Because have you ever watched a video where it's just a screen capture and it's a voice? You don't connect with the person quite as much. You don't even have to be as dynamic and all these edits as me. Just take your little PFP, throw it in the bottom corner. But if maybe you're just doing a screen capture, throw the PFP, it will make things a little bit better. And then you could take that and just run it through things like Underlord over here and remove the replays and remove all those things. Just do whatever you want to do. But it's a way to create a pretty dynamic video really quickly in just a couple of clicks and just record your screen capture. And if you want, again, I know I'm saying just put yourself on camera if you don't want to do all those steps. I don't really care. You do you. And again, Chris, you have the devices. You have the devices. I have not shared anything like even when I was sharing the cloning my thumbnail, cloning my face for the thumbnail. You could do that from your phone. It's not actually happening on my computer. It's happening. I'm renting CPU space on a server in order to run those models. And I'm paying a couple cents per generation. Yeah. But I'm saving so much time. I can't do that with ChatGPT yet. If I could do that with ChatGPT, then I would, but I can't. And will I use that solution forever? Probably not, but it's going to work until there's a more streamlined packaged version that I could use, or maybe I get my own CPU and I just do it locally and I don't need to rent the thing and I never have to pay for it. How am I monetizing this video that I made here? So what's this video on? So this is unlocking premium school courses with Social Connector. Now, right off the bat, there's two things in the title that are going to be monetizable. Two things. The first thing is going to be school. And if you know what school is, it's a community platform. It's like Alex Ramosi is big on there. You can think of it like Facebook groups without, I'm not a big Facebook fan. But yeah, there is traffic on Facebook. Don't turn your back on Facebook as far as traffic. I always found that Facebook groups were always just trying to take your energy away from you. But with school, they actually are addressing all of the monetization issues that Facebook always struggled with. So that's one thing that I'm promoting, school101.com. I promote that verbally as well as in the description of that video. And then I also bring up that URL whenever it makes sense. Here's an example of Social Connector, getsocialconnector.com. It actually takes me to my affiliate link for Social Connector. You see it says via Dunk, which is my affiliate ID. And now if anybody buys this, which is a community engagement tool, you can tokenize your community engagement, give them rewards and things like that. I have my own. It's called Dunk Rewards. Jump into my school and I will happily give you some Dunk Rewards and you could start earning them for doing different things that I ask you to do. I'm also going to start doing opportunities for you to earn. So now I have those two different things. I have school101.com, which that's in here somewhere. URL, I have it brought up on the screen. See, I bring it up on the screen when it's appropriate and then there it moves right there. So I like a lot of movement on the screen because it keeps your mind awake. So I have those two things. So I could say, okay, now what you need to do is you need to go, like I'm giving instructions on in this video, just so you know what I'm doing. This video is showing people how they could have this community program, which is Social Connector. And I do dunk rewards. So I could say, hey, go and do this thing and go and earn rewards, whatever it is. It could be engage on this post, or it could do whatever it is. It's a tool that's connected to Zapier. And I could tell people to go to socialconnector.com and get started with that software. It's a $100 a month software or $1,000 a year. That's, the idea is that they're making more than that as far as income. But so it's a % commission. So if somebody subscribes for the monthly, that means that I get $40 and the creators of the software, they get 60. And that's my payment for doing the marketing. That's my reward for bringing them on. And now the way I look at it with anything that I'm promoting, it's not just the sale of actually getting somebody using the software. If it's just a one-off sale thing, yeah, that's fine. But if it's a recurring thing, I feel like it's my obligation to indirectly help support people succeed with the softwares that I promote. That's my motto. That's my ethical belief. So I make this video showing you like, okay, now you're letting your community collect a bunch of rewards. They've got a whole bunch of rewards. Now, how are they going to spend it? If you come over to school, we have this beautiful thing called a classroom. Look at that. See, I was running this test right now. I was testing this actual automation while making this video. So what I did is I created this. If you come, I don't know if I could do that over here, but basically what this is, I'll just show you a new one just so you get the idea. So if I hit new course, I can create buy now courses and say, I wanted to say, let's make this a mini course that's in my community. And I say like, hey, I got this brand new training. It only costs $20. $20 for this training. I'm going to take you through exactly my whole entire process. And you could even give them additional perks with Zapier, whatever Zapier connects with, you could do. Say I make this $20, and then it makes this thing right here. That's the $20 one, the test. I think I was making this $10 in my test. And then I can go and say, you can go to, so this is, I got to actually make more stuff, but this is Dunk Rewards, mine that I'm testing out. I'm going to be adding a lot more perks to claim. It's not even logged into this browser, but you get the point. So there's a rewards desk that people could claim things. So I can say, hey, you want to get access to this course for free? Now, whatever you value your points at, doesn't really matter. You need to claim 2,000 points or 10,000, however much you value your points at, in order to claim a course in school. They'd just be able to click that and it would unlock it in school. Maybe I give out a reward because you came to my live. Maybe I say, hey, if you come to this session, or if you click this link, or if you open these emails, it will automatically give you rewards. These are all things, anything connected to Zapier, you could gamify and give rewards for using a Social Connector. My pitch is I do really like Social Connector. I think it's a great tool. But now I have 2 affiliate opportunities here. I have getsocialconnector.com, which is an affiliate to Social Connector. That's not the URL that goes directly to Social Connector. If you actually look at the URL, it's socialconnector.io is the actual URL. I bought a URL using Namecheap, and I also send it through Cloudflare. I have videos for that if you're interested in figuring it out. I'm not going to dive deep into that in this video. But now I could take those 2 affiliates that I have, School, which again, School is actually $99 a month. So if I get people to sign up, which I do have people that have signed up, then I get $39. It's 39 and change every single month as an affiliate commission. And now what does that mean? I'm getting from these 2 products. So I've made this video. AI has helped me edit a huge amount of it, making it so much easier. And now I could give people, if you want to use this rewards program, what do you need? You need Social Connector, right? You need Social Connector if you're going to use Social Connector. Now you can go and find somebody else that's promoting it and sign up through their link. But hey, you watch this video, maybe you have Social Connector and then you say, hey, you know what? School. I could unlock a whole bunch of stuff in school with Social Connector. This is the platform for me. Now you may be a Social Connector user and you say, schools, you're going to go to school101.com. That's my affiliate link. It's going to send you to my affiliate link. I'm going to get commissions. Now there's always people that are going to drop off, but as long as you're keeping more people signing up, it's called churn. It happens in everything. Then the idea is that you're going to either be keeping your income the same, or more people sign up and end up canceling. But the point about these videos is the cancellation. I like making videos like this because it affects churn. It stops churn. It stops people from canceling and going, because how many times have you used a software where you sign up and there's absolutely no support or the right kind of support to actually help you succeed with it? So I make videos showing people how to succeed with the tools that I am promoting. And if you're going to use like AI to create these tools to create this content to help promote it, make it simpler on yourself. You can create more content, help more people doing this way. And then I'm going to be showing you more ways to create like more lead content as well. And now the points of monetization: getsocialconnector.com, affiliate opportunity. Then we have our 101.com affiliate opportunity. I also have a link right here, which goes to my school. I also consider that monetized because school is monetized. I monetize school separately. So that's sending people to another monetization point. Now, if they join my school, they're not only watching my YouTube videos, they're also hanging out with my posts in school. And now I have that. And so I have 3 calls to action for places to go in the description for that video. I also have some links to things. Do not spam the description of your video. I have a list of, these are the tools that I use the most. And then if you have a link to another page that has a whole bunch of them, don't just put 1,000 links in your description of your video. It's just, nobody's going to read them. You're wasting your time and you're not going to get clicks. Be focused on what you're promoting. Don't just promote everything. Promote the things that are going to help them succeed with what they're doing. You need to help them succeed. Get to a win. So like this video, it's helping them create an automation where somebody could claim their rewards for something in school. That's simple. And yeah, maybe this video isn't the one that's going to blow up. Maybe it's just a helpful video. Make some videos to bring in new people, but this is what's going to get people to stay with you. And I think that's the biggest part. It's about staying with you, staying with your tools that you're recommending, because how many times have you signed up for a tool that you canceled? Probably a lot, right? If you don't have value out of it, you're going to cancel it. So make sure that they have a way to get that value, to actually be able to take the content that you make and it be more than just sitting there and listening to it and just absorbing it. I think I went a little bit over than what I planned. There's a little 20-minute rant on that, but I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments. Give me a yes in the comments if you like this type of content where I'm like going over my structure, about how I'm doing this, I just want to share everything that I'm doing. I do have some one-on-one type stuff that I sell through my school, but I prefer just giving out as much content as possible for free. So if you want to just copy what I'm doing, the way that I make money off that is me just making sure that you're successful with the tools that I'm already using, and I'm using them because I get value out of them. I'm not going to share something with you because I want you to be successful, and I'm using these tools so I could be successful. And I'm telling you what I'm doing, and you could choose to copy me or not, or go through my links or not. But in the end, like, my point is that I set up so many different points of monetization all the way down the line, and I'm able to, maybe not everybody clicks through. Maybe some people watch ads, but the thing is, their ad revenue that gives you an income stream, affiliate income, it's a stream. You can get people to sign up for a paid community in school. That's the beautiful thing about schools. It has paid communities. Thanks. Let me know in the comments if you didn't already say yes, if you want to see more content like this. If you're watching a replay, just put a replay in the comments. Let me know that you're watching the replays so I know to do more of them like this. And jump into my school.com/wealth on autopilot. It's completely free. And I have a whole bunch of different content there and ways for you to earn my dunk rewards, just like I was talking about in this. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I will see you in the next video.